Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. On behalf of the Vietnamese team, I'm going to present to you some information on our country's context of education and multilingualism. To help you understand the context, I'm going to give you some facts about our population, ethnic groups, languages, and our policy framework. After that, I will briefly share with you the major bilingual interventions which have taken place in our country during the last 20 years. While doing so, I will also try to highlight the opportunities and challenges we have. As you might know, Vietnam is a multi-ethnic nation with 54 ethnic groups. According to the Housing and Population Census of 2019, the population is 96 million people. The King majority group accounts for 85.3%, and the remaining 53 ethnic groups account for 40.7%. Vietnam is also a multilingual country with more than 100 languages. The Vietnamese language, the language of the King majority group, has the function of language of common communication, official language, and language of instruction at all levels of education. Such country context creates serious challenges for bilingual education in ethnic areas because, first of all, 14.7% of ethnic minority population accounts for 40% of the country's poor. Second, ethnic groups tend to live in remote and mountainous areas. It is very common that 4 to 5 ethnic groups cohabit in one commune. Third, only about 30 languages have scripts, and only 8 ethnic minority languages are taught as an optional subject since grade 3. Our country's policy framework also creates both opportunities and challenges for bilingual education. The Constitution of 1946 and Primary Education Law of 1991 secure the rights of ethnic minority groups to use their own spoken and written languages in primary education. And the decision number 53 issued in 1980 provides specific guidelines for the use of ethnic minority languages together with the Vietnamese language as medium of instruction in primary schools in ethnic minority areas. However, the later constitutions and education laws state that Vietnamese is the official language to be used in schools at all levels. And the Decree 82 issued in 2010 specify that ethnic minority languages are to be taught as subjects at school. You can see in these policy documents a reduced role of ethnic minority languages in education. To deal with language issues in ethnic minority education, The Ministry of Education and Training has adopted the common practices of providing strengthening Vietnamese program and boarding schools for ethnic minority children. Within the last 20 years, there are different bilingual interventions in the country. From 2000 to 2004, the Ministry of Education and Training piloted a Jarai Viet bilingual program. This was a transitional model. Jarai was used as a language of instruction in grades 1-2, while Vietnamese was taught as a subject. In grade 3, some subjects were taught in Vietnamese, while others were taught in Jarai. In grade 4 and 5, all subjects were taught in Vietnamese. From 2008 and 2014, UNICEF and Ministry of Education and Training piloted an action research on mother tongue-based bilingual education with 3 languages in 3 provinces. These languages were chosen because they have developed writing systems. Within this project, both the children's language and the Vietnamese language are taught as subjects and as medium of instruction. Literary skills are taught first in children's languages in grade 1 and 2 and will be transferred to Vietnamese when children's oral Vietnamese competence is well developed in grades 3 and 4. The key determinants of success of this project is the presence of a bilingual teacher who is fluent in both the language of the children and the Vietnamese language. From 2007 to 2010, there was a different bilingual program piloted by Save the Children. Within this program, the children's mother tongue is used as the language of instructions in the early grades. At the same time, the children will learn Vietnamese, first orally and then in written form, to help children to develop their mother tongue orally as a bridge to learning Vietnamese oral and then written Vietnamese. The project used the bilingual community members as teaching assistants to work closely with class teachers to deliver lessons, allowing children to learn new concepts and skills in their home language while they acquire basic Vietnamese language skills. From 2004 to 2010, there was the Primary Education for Disadvantaged Children Project, PDC, and from 2009 to 2015, the School Education Quality Assurance Program, SOQUAP. This program also used local teaching assistants, but different from the Save the Children project. The main focus of the teaching assistants in these programs is to facilitate ethnic minority children in their learning by explaining the new words or translating difficult words or contents. Currently, we have the BAMI program run by VVOB Vietnam. The main focus is to create language-friendly and language-rich learning environments in preschool. These pilots and programs have created a lot of opportunities for bilingual education in our country. First of all, they have created a body of knowledge, expertise, and evidence regarding the effectiveness of bilingual education. Second, many schools have worked with teacher assistants, which creates opportunities for a multilingual setup. We have more ethnic minority teachers and officials knowledgeable in bilingual education. We also have some knowledge and expertise in doing language mapping to give a correct picture of language situation at school levels. And we also have support of bilingual education from parents, teachers, and officials where pilot programs implemented. But there are also a lot of challenges. First of all, challenges from the pilots. It is difficult to see how the current bilingual approach could be implemented more widely since it goes against the current policy of using Vietnamese as the medium of instruction. And the common problem for these projects is sustainability because they just implement in small areas. There is a general misunderstanding of the concept of bilingual education among education officials and parents who take the teaching of ethnic minority language as a school subject, a form of bilingual education. There is also a misunderstanding of the role of first language-based education among government officials and parents. It is commonly held in Vietnam that the dominant language should be taught to ethnic minority children as early as possible. Finally, language diversity is a resource, but also a challenge for bilingual education because many languages have few speakers. Many languages do not have scripts, and many classes have children speaking 2 or 3 different languages. We would like, therefore, to learn from you how to deal with these situations. Thank you very much for your attention.